Hey everybody, it's Andy here. So this Thursday I'm going to be playing Life Force for the NES. Now, Life Force is a Konami game, so there is the Konami Code, like Contra and Jackal and a couple others. I'm not going to use it today. I'm going to see how far I can get with beginning 3 lives. And so far so good. I have like a little routine for pretty much this whole first level. I played this game so much when I was a little kid that it's kind of ingrained in me. I have restarted, I'm not gonna lie, I've restarted twice now. Once I died in the 3rd level, and last time I just messed up in this first part and missed a couple power-ups, so I decided to start over. Yeah, this time, almost died there again. This time, I'm doing pretty good, and I'm gonna play through no matter what happens this time. I don't want to keep it's getting late, and I don't want to restart anymore. So, if you guys don't know, the power-ups are like Gradius, Salamander, those types of games. I think this might even actually be pretty much a port of Salamander, which is a Famicom game. They might have just renamed it for Life Force for United States. I'm not sure exactly, to tell you the truth, but they're very similar games. And the way the power-ups work is there's that bar in the bottom left there. And every time you get one of these white, red disc things, the meter will go up one more. And see, it said speed, so I just power up speed twice. You can power up speed, I think, 20 times, 10 times. That's a bunch of times. I never power up more than twice. You just seem to move around too fast, and you end up just killing yourself, at least in my experience. That power up that I just got is actually a point, or a life up. Oh, I messed up. That's okay. I just missed one power up, it's not a big deal. But that purple power-up is a weird one. Sometimes it gives you an extra life, sometimes it seems to not really do anything. I don't know if it's a glitch when it does nothing, but it seems to usually give you an extra life. So those are great. So I've already gotten one of those, and I'll get another one here real soon. Then there's speed, there's missiles is the second power-up, which is the one you see shooting from my ship that goes up and down. Here's another one of those power-ups right there. You didn't really see it, but I got it. So now I have 5 lives. Those are great for getting things that are on the ceiling and on the floor, or on the walls. And there's a lot of those in this game. So missiles, you can power up twice, and those are pretty much essential, especially in anything from the 4th level up. You could probably make it. It's really hard, but you can make it through the 2nd level and the 3rd level without them. Then there's this ripple weapon that I never use. It's got a wider base, so it's good so hitting things. You don't have to be as accurate. You don't really need to be accurate in this game at all, so it's kind of a silly weapon, and it's not really that much stronger than the regular weapon. And then there's lasers, which I have now. You can power those up twice. And then there's a force field, which you can only get once. That boss is real simple. You just go around clockwise or counterclockwise and shoot him in the eye. Even if you don't have your weapons powered up, he's pretty simple. Alright, now in this level, I'm pretty much powered up as much as I want now. I got force field, I got lasers twice, I got missiles twice, and I got 2 movement speed, which is... I don't remember if I said anything, but I usually don't like to go over 2 speed, because it just seems to mess me up. Now that power-up is just the purple one. It just kills everything on the screen. It's really convenient in the next level, as you'll see coming up. So now, pretty much, like I said, there's not a million things in this. This game isn't like your traditional shooter. There's not a million bullets on the screen. You don't need to dodge all that much. Well, you do dodge a lot, but it's not ridiculous like some of the other shoot 'em ups out there. It's more of not dying. Just keeping yourself alive. Having the firepower to do so. And see, like, there's a whole, like, what, 3 bullets on the screen there? Watch out. Things do take more than one hit coming up in the next few levels. So that's when it starts getting more difficult, and you really need to keep your power-ups. If you die in the 3rd level here, coming up, this part's pretty difficult. Hold on. There's a lot of slowdown when you shoot, and it kind of messes you up, and every now and then an asteroid or a meteor, whatever these things are, will come really fast, come down. Okay, we're good. So, if you don't shoot these big meteors, then they don't break up. It makes your life a little easier. But I'm trying to make this really hard here. Oh my god. I don't know how I didn't get hit. So, the force field I have around me, it helps for bullets and missiles and stuff like that. But it doesn't do anything if you run into a wall. Or if something big like an asteroid runs into you. It doesn't stop it. So the force field's nice, but doesn't make you invulnerable. And it will go away. So I like to sit where my power-up bar is right now, that's where the force is. So I like to have it sit there, so sometimes I'll pass up these power-ups as you're seeing. So if I do get hit and I lose my force field, I can pick it back up right away again. But I won't go out of my way to miss a power-up, so I'm going to grab this one here. Probably. Yeah. That's alright, though. So this is like a mini-boss. And it's actually one of the more difficult ones if you don't have power-ups. If you don't have your laser, because those balls are... You think you know where they're going to go, but they kind of mess you up. So here's another one of those... level up. So I'll move up and go down and go grab it. Now I got 6 lives. So that's nice. Now this boss is very similar to the first boss, but instead of having just 2 arms coming to get you, there's 4, and they don't reach to the spin. So you just go around him counterclockwise, and you gotta shoot out the bars, and then you can shoot the eyeball. But I'm not gonna... You can get up in there, get up in that nook there, and not get hit by anything. But it's really difficult. But if I ever do lose my power up, sometimes I'll take the chance and just sit in there, because it'll take forever to kill that guy. So now this is one of the more difficult levels in the game. This is where I died when I was saying I restarted once or twice. I died in this level because it gets really crazy at some parts. So I'm gonna pass up power-ups again and just let the force field sit on the force field, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get hit. So there's another one of those blues, so I'll kill everything on the screen. And I found out in this level, if you kind of hang back, usually back and down or back and up, you can see when things are coming. Also, it's a good idea to have like your options sit below you and above you. I don't know why I'm not doing it right now, because I'm trying to die. So those flames that are coming, you can kind of see them for a second. They give you like a split second, and you can see them like start to burst. So you get a second to move if you're paying attention. See how I got the option above me and below me right now? Because I know I'm just going to sit here. Okay. Move. Doing pretty good so far. So you really got to hang back. There's an extra life. So some people, I'm sure, would disagree with me with the speed thing, but I find I get more out of control the more speed I have. Oh man. So like I said, I like to stay at 2. If you do beat the game, though, this is one of those games that repeats and it gets more difficult. Things will shoot at you that didn't shoot at you before, and everything moves a lot more quickly. Then I will get more speed. I usually go to 4 or 5. I've never gone all the way through a second time. Never really tried, actually. I'm like, oh, I beat the game, I'm good. But I played through the first level, and just that first level is really difficult. So I don't even want to know like what this level looks like the second time through. So that's pretty much the 3rd level. Made it through. So now we're in the clear. This is when I'm usually playing by myself. If I die before this point on 3 lives, sometimes I'll just give up. Because if you have no power-ups in this next level, your life is really hard. And it's really hard to get through. And I don't know if it's just that the levels are that much harder, or that I just don't have enough experience with them. And that's my fault for restarting all the time, because I'm a dork. Actually, this isn't the level I was thinking of. This level isn't as hard as the one I'm thinking of. This one is hard at the end. If you don't have firepower at the end of this level, you are pretty much screwed, and you'll see why. There's a lot of things that take a lot of hits. And this is one of those levels, you'll see in a second, that it does this a couple times in this game where you need to dodge a lot of things. Everything will move very quickly, and all of a sudden you need to dodge. So that's probably another time where it probably would help to have a little more speed, but I still don't upgrade it. I like to keep it, like I said, at 2. So right here you'll see everything's going to speed up, and you just got to react to the level. If I didn't have laser there, those little balls don't die, and they kind of a nuisance. So here I'm just going to grab a bunch of power-ups. Now this game does this at the very end too. And if we get that far, I always die. And it's annoying. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. You need firepower here. If these things burst, and you can't kill them unless you have a laser. I mean, you can, but it's really hard. They burst and they'll shoot out like 4 balls, and they don't go away. They bounce off the walls, and they're all over the place. And it gets really difficult to not get hit. And there's also, after these, okay, made it through that. Now there's some like weird growth thing there. And it does this a few times, so you gotta hang back. And then up here, there's other things that you need a lot of firepower for. Coming up right here. Now these things, again, you need laser to kill these. You can go around them, but they start pulsing, and their veins or whatever the heck they are will go in and out, in and out, in and out, and then and you don't think they would be that hard, but they're close enough together that they hit you, and it's really annoying. So those 2 parts, if you don't have laser, you're pretty much not going to get through there without dying. I'm going to grab some power off. If I didn't fail, I probably could have went all the way around the force field again. I shouldn't need it though on this boss. This part is, there's these things falling. If you shoot them high enough up, they actually don't come back down. But once they're shot or they fall, they break and do what they're doing. You gotta stay in the middle too, because these ribs things are shooting across, so you really can't go any higher than this. So you gotta stay down. I'm doing great. I'm excited. Doing real good. Let's going to be really easy. If you don't have firepower, that boss can be a little pain. He shoots those little bullets out of his mouth, and after a little bit, his eyeballs start coming out and they follow you. And you can kill the eyeballs, but you don't have to. This level was the one I thought I was actually going to go to last time. You need missiles in this level. The two things that come out of the top and the bottom in this level, for sure. There's a lot of garbage on the bottom and the top of the screen in this level, and it's almost impossible. There's also this part where there's stalactites or stalagmites. I can't remember whatever ones are from the ceiling. They fall and they like rain on top of you, and you need the missiles. Now this part is just more of a nuisance, but a couple of them blow up to give you power-ups, which I probably won't get because I'm sitting on force field again. These balls need to be killed as fast as possible because they will explode, and they explode and shoot things in every direction. And they're very fast and almost impossible to dodge. But I'm up to 11 lives, so I think if I died now, I might actually be able to recover. Because I have enough lives to do it. But, like, as you see, you don't really have all that many opportunities to get power-ups. Like, things will come and you can get, like, 3 here, 4 there. But, what's that going to get you? That gets you, like, a missile power-up once and, like, 1 laser, and then you don't have any options. It's really hard to get back up to this level. That's why I was saying you pretty much can't die in the first couple levels, or your life's going to be really hard. This is the part I was talking about with the stalactites. What I didn't mention though, if you do die, you do have a chance to recover your options. You can, when you come back to life, you can grab them if you're fast enough, which is nice. And if you're playing multiplayer, you can steal your partner's options too, which is kind of nice. This is a mini boss. Pretty simple. He just goes up and down, and shoots bullets. Now this level gets weird here, and by that I mean it just completely changes. All of a sudden you're like in a Egyptian pyramid or something, I don't know. And they got these weird jack things that if you don't kill them, they'll follow you around, and they're a pain in the butt. And this part can be difficult because it's kind of hard to tell like what your hit detection is. You can't tell. Your ship is pretty much just the size of some of these things to go up or down. You're like, it's just perfect. Like right here, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. You just know from experience where you can go through. And this part is you kind of gotta look ahead because some of these passages actually don't go through all the way, and then you're screwed. So maneuver our way through here. Those little jack-looking things are, once you see them move, if you don't have the missiles and everything to kill them, once you see them move, don't move until they move, because they go to where you're at. And like I said here, you gotta look ahead, because some of these passages don't go all the way through. And I don't know, I'm grabbing power-ups because I want points or whatever, and I ended up going all the way around. So now, hopefully I don't get hit here. So now this is a boss. It's a pharaoh head, and it has like a force field that spins around it. You gotta shoot it in like the eye, but the force field blocks it a lot of the time. Oh, right here, you gotta be careful because these bricks can kill you. So just wait for an opening and back. You gotta go in and then you gotta back out. So this guy's fairly simple too. He's kind of like the skeleton head boss. Like a bunch of bullets will come out of him, and he moves around. But instead of that, he's got a force field around him this time, and you'll see. So just keep shooting him around where I'm shooting him now. If you don't have any power-ups, and you'll eventually kill him. You can hear it in this game when you hit him. You get a different noise, which is nice because some games you don't even know if you're hitting something in the right spot. This game at least gives you an audio noise, so you know if you're hitting them in their sweet spot. So this is when things start getting really hard, and this game kind of turns into a more traditional shooter here, if you ask me. Things come at you really quick. There's gonna be lots of bullets on the screen here coming up, and this is definitely the hardest part of this game, is right here. This whole first part. So I'll try to get myself. I should have left myself in where I shield, because this part is awful. There's these flamethrowers on the side. There's balls coming at you that shoot at you from all over. I'm gonna concentrate. Hold on. Lost my force field. Alright, made it through. That part is really hard. And these flamethrowers, you can kind of see where they're coming from, and they will slowly go in your direction, so you gotta be careful. This part's kind of difficult too, so I'm gonna take my time here and not talk so much. If you don't have these missiles at that part, this part coming up here, and that previous part, you're gonna be cruising for a bruising. All right, so now I got my force field back, but really, well, this part stinks if you don't have missiles too, but fortunately I do. Really now, this game. The hard part is over. I shouldn't say that. Once I beat the boss, that's the hardest part of the game. And I will, if I don't die before then, which I don't think I will, because I got enough firepower, and this part's really hard if you don't have lasers. You can kill these things only when they open their mouth. But after you kill the boss, there's this speed part, and I've never made it through there without dying. I don't know the pattern, and I'll try to make it through, but I won't make it. And but I shouldn't need 14 lives to get through the tunnels. I should probably since I'm recording this, I probably go back and I can look at the pattern, and I should be able to memorize it. I never played it, got to that part far, enough as a kid to memorize it and to know what the patterns were, so should be able to figure that out now. So that's kind of exciting. Might be able to get well, we'll see here. We'll see what happens after I beat it, because I'm gonna beat it here, but I don't want to speak too soon. But this is pretty easy. There's a snake thing that comes here. He does shoot at you, but he kind of just goes around in a circle. You gotta shoot him in the head. And shoot this heart in that spot after you kill the snake, which is on the cover of the game, actually. So, like I said, all the bosses in the game aren't really that difficult if you have the firepower. They all have it seems like they all have about the same amount of hit points. So I'm gonna try to make it through here without dying, but we'll see. Either way, 15 lives is more than enough if I die a couple times. So I have beat the game now. Let's see if I can do it flawlessly. Pretty excited. Aww. See, I don't know the pattern. This is awful. Oh, dang. Aw, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, I made it. But I died 4 times there? That's ridiculous. But that is Life Force. It's one of my favorite games growing up. And like I said, I beat it with the Konami Code, but that's the first time I've ever beaten it on 3 lives, and I'm pretty excited right now. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm excited. Well, that was, you know, that's a typical Nintendo ending. You get like one tiny cutscene, and then you get like a little bit of credits or something. It's very typical. There's not much there. But that was a lot of fun. I'm excited. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week yet. I think I might try Contra 3 lives, but that game I think is a little harder. I don't know. I've never really played. I played a game by myself a few times, but that was predominantly a game that me and my brother played a lot. And we used to get very close to beating it on 3 lives, but we never quite did it. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll even call my brother over and we'll try it. But maybe not. We'll see. Anyways, that was Life Force, and like I was saying earlier, you see it just starts over. Give you a little preview. And everything moves a lot more quickly. I did lose all my power-ups. I take them all away. Which is fine. And things that didn't shoot now, and I'm sure there's more enemies. And it's just significantly harder. And maybe another day I'll go through and try to beat it 2 times. But yeah, like I said, I'm excited. That was fun. Again, my name is Andy, and thanks for watching. If you like my video, you know what to do. If not, I will check you guys later.